Hi, welcome. My name is Kaylee. This is a approximately 50-minute vinyasa practice. There's really no equipment needed besides a mat. So when you're ready, you can meet me on your mat, perhaps on your back. That's where I like to start, stepping the feet down underneath the knees. And then just bring the hands anywhere onto the torso. Wherever they land is perfect. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a few moments to settle in here. See if you can feel the breath. So start to hone in on how the breath enters, perhaps through the nostrils and moves down into the lungs. Let the belly expand as the lungs fill. Follow your exhale the same way it came in, moving back through that same pathway out through the nose. Throughout this practice, take a few more breaths like that. You can absolutely breathe with the mouth at any time you want or need, because those open mouth exhales can be a really nice way to release some built up energy or tension. So try one of those here. Deep, clear breath in through the nose, all the way up with the breath. Fill the belly and roll up to the sides of the ribs to the center of the chest. When you're ready, go ahead and open your mouth, sigh the breath out. 2 more cycles of breath, just breathing in whatever way helps you feel most connected. Last big breath here. As you exhale, maybe you feel the hips release just a little bit. Bring the arms to a goalpost shape out to your side. And then start to windshield wiper the knees. Real small range of motion to start. So staying within the frame of your mat. Just mobilizing through the sacrum and the pelvis. Getting a nice little massage there. And bring the hands down, catch hold of the kneecaps, and circle the knees over the sacrum a couple times. Continuing that little lumbar massage, ready to warm up the vertebra toward the base of the spine. Switch the direction of those circles of that rotation. Bring the feet down again underneath the knees. Elbows come to the side, kind of in that goalpost shape, but bring the forearms away from the floor. So you've still got a 90-degree angle. We're going to take a cat-cow here. Press the elbows down. Arch the spine, keep the hips down and the head down. So it's not going to be the biggest range of motion when we're mobilizing more through the rib cage and the upper back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, reach your arms across the body for the opposite shoulder. Give yourself a little squeeze. So take a couple of those. Elbows out, inhale, arch the spine away from the floor. And then opposite shoulder, exhale, squeeze in, pressing the vertebra down. A couple more, moving with your own breath here. So throughout this practice, I feel like the reflection that's been most meaningful for me lately is, how can I feel more connected in this moment? And it's not an all or nothing thing. When the mind wanders, it's totally fine. It's not some sort of stain on your ability or your character, but just coming back to that inquiry, that curiosity of how can I be a little bit more connected in this moment? Maybe the breath is your way in. Maybe sensation in the body. Maybe there's some sort of intention completely different that feels more aligned to you. Go with that. Last one here. This time, let's inhale the arms back up overhead, opening up through the side body. And then exhale the arms down to your side as you lift the hips up, coming into your bridge pose. So squeezing the glutes together. And then maybe thinking less about arching the back here than about activating the back side of the leg. So hips are roughly in line with the knees, not any higher than that. And then lift the heels up, lower the heels down. So if you didn't feel the backside body yet, probably starting to feel it here. Just a couple rounds like that, little heel lifts, activating the feet as well. Deep, clear breaths when you can. It's time to keep the heels up. Last little bit of warm-up work. Reach the arms up toward the ceiling and then circle around through the wrists. really spreading out the fingers. Nice to mobilize the hands and the wrist before we put weight on them. Switch the direction. Play around with that flexion so the palms face the ceiling. Take another deep breath in, everything lifts up, and then slowly lower down. Knees back into the chest. Start to rock forward and backward. From here, we'll find all fours landing on your hands and your knees. Take your time to get there. Any kind of transition that feels right for you. And then a regular old cat-cow. Tip the tailbone up to the ceiling. Let your heart drop and then pull the chin forward. Tap the tailbone toward the knees. Press your hands down into the mat. Imagine that you're pushing the hands not just down, but forward. So the elbows, the shoulders kind of drift in toward the ears. Tailbone lifts, chest drops. Inhale as you bring the chin up. Tuck the tailbone. Exhale as you round into cat. 2 more here on your own. So you can start to find that little pause at the top and the bottom of the breath. Nice neutral spine. Stay on the hands and the knees for a moment. Tuck the toes under. Cover the knees up off of the mat. So still sending the shoulders right over the wrists here, engaging the core. Big breath in. Squeeze through the abdominals as you exhale. Drop the knees. Find cow. Take a breath in. Keep the toes tucked. We're going to do a couple of those. Exhale, neutral spine, navel lifts, knees cover, maybe an inch up off of the mat. Knees down, cow pose on the inhale. Neutral spine, exhale, knees hover. Neutral pelvis as well here. Inhale, drop the knees, find cow. Little tiny tuck to the tailbone, lift the knees, lift the navel. Last one, cow, breathe in. Knee hover, hold it here. Keep the upper body still. See if you can swing the knees slowly side to side. So try and control that movement. Keep lifting through the abdominals, supporting the lower back here for 5. Down dog on 1, 4, 3, 2, downward facing dog. Press it back. Big stretch here. Take a few deep breaths. And any kind of movement that feels good in the body. You might be pedaling out your dog or letting the hips, the tail kind of wag, right? Nice place to check in with the head and the neck, giving your chin a gentle nod, yes. Or an easy shake out, no. And bring the big toes close together at the back of the mat. Take the right leg back behind you. Find 3-legged dog and then bend the right knee, externally opening that hip. Couple deep breaths, exploring the stretch, really breathing into some space, maybe finding some circular motions with the top knee or the top ankle. I tend to like to take joint spaces that are capable of rotational motions, like those ball and socket joints, through those circles. If you are doing circles, go ahead and switch the direction. And then re-extend the right leg, breathe in. We're going to find dragonfly. Step the right foot through. Keep the left hand down underneath the left shoulder. Right arm comes up and open. Use the breath to create just a little bit more space everywhere in this twist. And then we're going to find lizard lunge. Exhale the right hand down. Lots of variations here. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot. You can lower the back knee. That might feel nice today. Or you can keep the back knee lifted and maybe find a little bit of a rock forward and backward. Throughout the whole practice, really personalizing it in whatever way makes sense for you. Maybe the back knee is down. Maybe you backstroke the right arm, bind the left foot. If you bound the back foot, go ahead and release the left foot down. Right hand still inside of the right foot. Lift the left knee. We're going to pivot the toes to the left. Keep the fingers over toward the right foot and then straighten out the right leg as you bend the left knee. It's kind of an awkward side lunge, but what we're looking for is a big stretch on the outside of the left upper body and on the inside of the right thigh, perhaps. Drop the head, look back between the legs here. Keep coaching yourself to breathe, maybe lengthen the breath. All right, we're coming back to Dragonfly Twist from here. Pivot the toes forward. Inhale that right arm up once more. And then step the left foot to the top of the mat. Right hand comes down, find a forward fold at the top. Feet are about hips distance or maybe even wider if that extra bit of space feels good for you today. Generously bend the knees as you find your ragdoll. Release the fingers down, heel toe the feet to whatever spacing is going to help you feel the most stable, and you can totally experiment with that. Slide the palms to the shins, so it's all kind of an exploration while you're in your body on your mat. Take a long inhale, hip creases pull back, palms push into the shins to drag the shoulder blades down the back. And then catch the calves as you exhale it into your forward fold. Chin drops toward the chest here. Slowly unroll up to standing. The head comes up and then the arms circle up. Breathe in. Bring the hands to your heart. A little pause for a moment. Once more, feel your feet on the mat beneath you. You may even shift the weight a little bit forward and backward. The eyes can soften onto the fingertips or close all the way down. Coming back to that intention. For me, how can I be a little bit more connected in this moment? Feel free to link into that one or find something that works for you. It could just be being present with the breath. That is plenty. Take a big cleansing breath together. Full inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, offering it up. Blink the eyes open if they were shut. Reach the arms up overhead on the inhale. And then fold forward as you empty. Take your halfway stretch here. Breathe in. Palms might slide to the shins or the fingers can be in line with the toes. Plant the hands, step to high push-up and pause in your first plank. So strong through the whole body here. Imagine that you're squeezing the hands toward one another. So the palms are pushing down through the mat, but also energetically pulling in to light up the chest. Shift onto the tiptoes as you breathe in, and then bend the elbows straight back. Slowly lower all the way down. We're going to take 3 Cobra Roll Ups here, floating the arms if you're open to that. So come to the tops of the feet, arms come into a W shape. Inhale, the fingers are floating, so you're forcing yourself to use the back body muscles. Exhale, lower it down. Maybe the fingers just kiss the mat. 2 more here. Rolling up. Actively squeezing and flexing the back. And then rolling it down. One more time. Inhale for your cobra. Find downward facing dog. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Take it up and back. We'll move through that opening sequence on the left here. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, external rotation through the hip. Option to find some movement to mobilize that top knee or top ankle. Keep using your breath to really create some more space in the stretch. Re-extend the left leg when you're ready. Breathe in. Left foot steps forward. Dragonfly twist. Right hand stays down as the left hand comes up. One more inhale here, and then bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot. You might start to find a little rock forward and backward. Maybe you drop the right knee. Be here for a few cycles of breath. Option to bind the back foot, backstroke left arm for right foot. See if you can have kind of a curiosity about the practice. There's not a right or a wrong variation. The thing that ends up being the most meaningful is what is most aligned for you. So that's going to be something slightly different for everybody every single day. Letting go of any of that all or nothing thought process. If you bound the back foot, release the right foot, tuck the right toes. We're going to take that upward side lunge, lift the back knee. Keep the hands toward the top of the mat as you pivot your toes toward the right, straighten the left leg, bend the right knee deeply, and then drop the head. So big side stretch through the right side body. If you're not feeling that, the right fingertips are going to crawl over toward your left heel. Maybe even catching hold of the back of the left ankle. All right, Dragonfly Twist. Pivot the toes forward. Inhale the left arm. Step your right foot to the top of the mat for your forward fold. Here we go. Breath in motion. Sun salute A. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Get all the way up. Focus on the breath here. Finish that stretch. And then go right back down as you exhale. Hinge at the hips. Soften the knees. Halfway lift. Breathe in. High push up to low push up. That's one long exhale. Strong through the arms and the chest. Cobra or upward facing dog. Finish your inhale here. Press back to downward facing dog. Take one deep breath in through the nose. Anytime you want, out through the mouth, relax the jaw. We'll do 2 more sun salutes. Lift the heels, send some weight forward, and then step lightly or hop to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Hold forward, breathe out. Rise with the inhale, maybe you look up toward the hands. Bow forward with the exhale, look back toward your shins. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Eyes are about a foot in front of your toes. Keep the eyes there as you plant the hands. Step back, high to low plank. Cobra or up dog, look forward or up on the in-breath. Downward facing dog, eyes to your toes, knees or navel as you exhale. Stay there, breathe in. And breathe out. Lift the heels, look forward. Step lightly or hop to the top. Last round of sun salute A. Half lift, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Take it up with the inhale and stretch. Bow forward with the exhale. Halfway lift here, breathe in. Plant the hands, step or float back to chaturanga, and then flow through your vinyasa. We will meet in downward facing dog. Building a new flow from there. Plug into the hands, spread out the fingers, reaching down to the base of the thumb and the index. Right leg kicks up on the inhale. Step the right foot forward on the exhale. Dragonfly twist again here. Breathe in as you open up through that top arm. I'm going to change it up here. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Spin the back heel down. Find side angle. So you can keep the left arm reaching straight up, or it might feel good to take it forward. It might also feel good to bring the left hand to the left hip, kind of like a little teapot handle. Focus on prioritizing the connection to the breath and the sensation in the body, and maybe the alignment of the spine. While you're here, if you notice anything funky in the neck, go ahead and drop the right ear toward the right shoulder, releasing the neck a bit. Bring the left arm up if you can for one more inhale. We're going to find a crescent lunge from here. So pivot the back heel up, sweep the arms forward. Soften the shoulders down away from the ears as you continue to send some energy, some lift through the wrists. Bring the hands to the heart. We'll find a prayer twist to the right. Left elbow's gonna hook outside of that right knee. Continue to keep the back leg strong, so lifting the muscles right behind the left knee. We're gonna find a single-legged mountain. So you'll shift the weight forward, bring the left leg and the arms up. Ooh, big push off of that right foot to come to the top of the mat here. Arms are reaching up, finding your balance. From here, we're going to take a Shiva squat. Bring the hands to the heart, hinge the hips, bring that left knee to the right calf. And back to your one-legged mountain. Inhale, left knee and arms up. Back to Shiva squat on the exhale, stabilizing with the right leg. Mountain again, inhale. 2 more, Shiva squat. Exhale. 1 more mountain, breathe in. Last Shiva squat, hold it here for a moment. Take it back to Crescent Lunge. Drop the ball of the back foot. Inhale the arms up and then plant the hands. Step back, flow through your Vinyasa. Meet up in downward facing dog. From down dog, on the left, inhale, the leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Left arm opens for Dragonfly. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh, right heel spins down for your side angle variation. Just checking in, exploring how you can feel supported and connected. Or noticing if that doesn't feel accessible to you and maybe getting kind of curious about why. Having some compassion. Some of those moments are a little more difficult to navigate as humans. And so really giving yourself a lot of grace. If you do nothing else in this practice besides attempt to be kind to yourself, I would call it a success. Crescent lunge, pivot the back heel up, reach the arms up here. Hands to the heart center, rotate to the left and then hinge forward, right elbow, left knee. Here we go, shift the weight to the front foot. So you're loading that left foot, one-legged mountain. Oof, inhale, right knee lifts, arms come up. Finding your balance for a moment. And then you know it's coming, we're gonna alternate between Shiva squat. Here you go, exhale it low to mountain, inhale, oof, it up. Totally okay if it's wobbly. 3 more times. If this is feeling real easy for you, so you can smooth it out. Last Shiva squat, hold it low, and then we're stepping back to Crescent Lunge. With your inhale, reach up. Flow through that Vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. You can always skip this part, this flow through, and just go to down dog, or even take a breath in child's pose. Shake that out for a second, little reset where you pedal out the feet. We'll start from the top of the mat this time. So lift the heels forward, empty your breath, and when you're ready, step or hop to the top. Half lift, breathe in. Fold forward and breathe out. Get all the way up on the inhale, big full body stretch again. This time find lightning chair. So sweep the arms to the sides, tip the tailbone just a little bit so that you're lengthening through the lower back. Stay here if you need a little bit more, lift the heels up. We're gonna pump the breath here. Chair pose on the inhale, option to stay on the balls of the feet if you want. Lightning chair on the exhale. A couple more. You could drop the heels for chair, breathe in. And lift the heels for lightning as you breathe out. 2 more. One more chair. Last lightning, sit low, then stand all the way up. Option to stay on the balls of the feet, squeeze through the legs. Drop the heels and fold forward, let that go. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Step or float it back through your Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Let the breath support you. Right leg up on an inhale. Same thing, step forward on the exhale. Dragonfly twist, breathe in. Extended side angle, set it up on the breath out, back heel spins down. Inhale, your left arm comes up. Stay for the exhale this time. Crescent lunge, spin the back heel, reach the arms up on the inhale. Prayer twist just for your exhale, so we'll make that a long out breath. One leg mountain, left knee and arms lift, breathe in. Shiva squat as you breathe out. We're gonna do 3, so a little triplet here. Inhale, lift the knee and the arms, that's 2. Exhale, Shiva squat. Last one, inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, Shiva squat. This time, airplane pose. Whew, kick the left heel back, turn the left knee facing downward. So the left kneecap's pointing straight down. That's gonna help you level off the pelvis. Help you being kind of a relative term here. It may feel more difficult, but we're practicing that connected alignment there through the pelvis. Use some of that abdominal strength to support you here. From airplane, crescent lunge, drop the ball of that back foot, reach the arms up on the inhale. Listen carefully, plant the hands as you exhale. We're gonna find a 3-point plank. So hands stay down, ball of the left foot stays down, right leg kicks back behind you. See if you can keep the right heel, right hip, and right shoulder all in one plane. Drop the right knee underneath the right hip. Spin to the inside of the left foot with the left arm. Finding a side plank variation. You're hearing little clip clops. There's a little dog right off camera on the hardwood. There she goes. She's finding her spot on the couch. All right, this is our in breath. Exhale, left hand down, 3-point high plank. Right leg comes back. Drop the knee. Inhale, side plank variation. Option to lift the left leg. Exhale, 3-point high push-up. 2 more times. Inhale, side plank variation. Exhale, 3-point high push-up. Last side plank. Inhale, lift the left arm, maybe the left leg. Exhale, back to that 3-point high push-up. Stay there, but bend the right knee so that heel comes up toward the ceiling. Little pulses find your glutes. And then slowly, you're gonna take this into wild thing. Rotating to the outside of the left foot or quickly bringing the right toes down. Right arm comes up. Finding some extension in the spine. Nice place to maybe circle that top elbow. Real gentle. If you feel anything really interesting, maybe send it a little extra love. Take a big breath in and then flow through your vinyasa or go straight into downward facing dog. So you can coach yourself to slow yourself down a little bit if you start to feel that kind of sense of urgency kicking in. Sort of staying mindful and intentional and deliberate in the breath and the movement. We'll try the left side here. Inhale your left leg up. Step through on the exhale. Keep the right hand down. Inhale the left arm. Rotate through the torso. Exhale left forearm. Extended side angle. Back heel spins down. Stay for the exhale. Spin the back heel up. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. Prayer twist to the left just for that long breath out. One leg mountain, right leg and arms up on the inhale. This side's a little different for me. Shiva squat on the exhale. Our bodies have some asymmetries for sure. 2 more. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, Shiva squat. Last mountain, breathe in. Shiva squat, hold it low just for a beat, and then airplane. Kick the right leg back, sweep the arms down by the sides, roll the shoulders onto the back of the ribs, setting the eyes to one spot as you breathe and start to refine that alignment through the back leg and the pelvis. Slow motion, crescent lunge, drop the ball of the back foot, arms up. If you need more, you can look up toward the ceiling. Plant the hands and pause. 3-point high plank. This time the left leg comes back. Try and keep the left heel in line with the hips and the shoulders. And then drop the left knee underneath the left hip. Side plank variation. Right heel spins down, right arm comes up. Try and stack the shoulders and the wrists here. And then option, same thing that we did earlier. If the neck feels funky, drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. So we can get I can get attached to particular alignment that actually creates more tension and strain. And the neck is one of those places for sure. You don't have to be in that perfect, upright kind of a spinal alignment actually sometimes to find the best benefit. Take a big breath in. Exhale, right hand down, left leg back for 3-point plank. 2 more, drop the knee. Inhale for your side plank. Maybe you lift the right leg. Exhale for that 3-point plank pose. Last side plank, knee down. Inhale the right arm, maybe the right leg. Exhale, kick the left leg back, bend the left knee. Pulse the heel up, so flex the foot, finding the glutes, so that left leg and hamstring. And then slow motion with the bent left knee, rotate to the outside of the right foot for a while. It would feel good on this side option to take some circles with the top elbow or arm. Finish a long inhale here, and then mindful, deliberate transition through your flow to downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath in down dog, in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Lift the heels, look forward. Step lightly or hop to the top. Halfway stretch here, breathe in. Fold forward and exhale. Get all the way up once more, that big full body stretch on the inhale. And then bring the arms to the side, pausing in mountain pose. Palms face forward, shoulders wrapping down the back, giving yourself just a moment of stillness. Bring the left arm up, bring the right heel back. We'll find dancer pose here. You can start with the right knee pointing straight down. Get a nice hip flexor stretch there. Notice what's going on in the low back. See if you can tuck the tailbone. You'll feel that stretch sensation moving to the front of the right hip and thigh. And then you might start to play with kind of sending the left arm forward, kicking the right foot into the right hand. Keep coming back to that connection with your breath, that ujjayi rhythm that you've established. Be it without touching the right toes down if you can. Take it into that one-legged mountain here. Right leg comes up, arms come up, and then we'll find a figure 4. So the outer edge of the right ankle is going to come to the top of the left thigh as you hinge at the hips. Send the hip creases back. So you might even make little peace fingers with your fingers and then press the hip creases back, back, back. Big stretch to the outside of the right hip and thigh. And do what feels most comfortable with your spine's alignment here. Noticing what's going on, maybe taking the eyes down, like 4 feet in front of your front toes to relax the neck. We're going to take it back to that single leg mountain. Inhale, the arms come up. And then fly it back into airplane just for the exhale. Crescent lunge, drop the ball of the back foot, reach the arms up on the inhale. Open up into warrior 2 this time. Sending the eyes over the front fingertips, feeling the shoulders pull back in line over the hips. Start to straighten out the left leg, hinge the right hip back behind you. So you might even use your hand for a little bit of kind of feedback. And then take it into triangle, bringing your left hand to your left shin. If you happen to have a block nearby, that might be a nice little touch point. And feel the feet firm but gently connected to the floor underneath you. Feel the breath moving in and out through the nose or the mouth. Sweep the top arm forward, finding that length through the right side body. Tip the tailbone if you haven't, so the low back lengthens. Maybe you reach the left arm forward here. Start to soften the front knee. We're going to take it to chair pose at the top of the mat. Actually, let's do lightning chair. So step that right foot forward. Oof, bring the hands back. Lift the heels. Full breath in. Sink a little lower as you breathe out. For 5, squeeze the thighs toward each other. Squeeze for 4. For 3, we're standing up on 1, 2, and 1. Heels down, arms up on the inhale. Mountain on the exhale. Give yourself 1 deep breath of stillness. And then the right arm comes up. We'll find dancer on the left, taking that quad stretch to start. So instead of rushing right into a big, giant, full expression of dancer, you take a moment to be present with the pelvis, with the left hip flexor, and most out of that quad stretch, and then kick into the left hand. And if you don't want to take a moment to get present with the left hip flexor, if you want to come right into dancer, that's cool too. Coming back to that single leg mountain, left knee up, arms up, and then figure 4 at the top, that kind of eagle variation, hip hinge, sending the sit bones back as you bring the breastbone, the sternum, close toward that left shin, close toward the inside of the left ankle. See if you can find a little bit more connection to the breath here, constricting the back of the throat so that you're fully in that ujjayi. It's amazing what those deep, deep conscious breaths can do for you. And come back to single leg mountain. Inhale. Airplane, exhale. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. Warrior 2. About 3 cycles of breath here. So just straighten out the front knee, hinge the left hip, taking it into triangle when you're ready. We're right at the kind of brink of spring, of the spring equinox, which has a lot to do with balance in the natural world, this celestial event where the day and the night are roughly equal. Take the top arm forward, lengthen the low back. So notice what's going on in the lumbar spine. You do something to create more access to abdominal engagement and flexion. Maybe the right arm comes forward. We're going to take it into lightning chair at the top. Soften the front knee. Pivot the back heel. Step it forward. Whew. Option to lift the heels for 5. So just like the natural world is finding balance. 3, 2, stand up on 1. Inhale. We have an opportunity to do the same here. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Flow through, we'll meet in downward facing dog. So Stiram Sukham Asanam is the Yoga Sutra that speaks most clearly to this idea that every posture is a balance of steadiness and ease. We'll take the right leg high, inhale. We're just gonna put that first flow together. Exhale, step it through. Dragonfly Twist, breath in motion. Inhale up. Extended side angle, exhale to set it up. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Maybe starting to prepare by spinning the back heel up. Crescent lunge, inhale. Prayer twist right, just for the exhale. Single leg mountain, breathe in. Shiva squat, we've got 3 of these, exhale. Come back to mountain, inhale. Here's 2, exhale. Pump the breath, 1 more, in and out. Airplane, inhale. Drop the ball of the back foot, exhale. Crescent lunge, take it up and fill. Warrior 2 as you exhale. Straighten the front knee, shift the front arm forward, and then triangle pose. We're changing it up from here. Circle that top arm forward, breathe in. Plant the hands, keep that front foot off the ground once you lift it. 3-point plank, inhale. Actually, stay here for the exhale. That'll make more sense with the breath. Please drop the right knee, side plank variation. Here's the breath in. 2 more, exhale, 3-point plank. Side plank, inhale. 3-point plank, exhale. Last side plank, breathe in. 3-point high plank, bend the right knee, wild thing. Lift through the hips and the chest on the in-breath. Flow through your vinyasa. 1 side to go, home stretch here. And then we're cooling it down. Left leg starts, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, step through, left arm. Breathe in, create some space in that twist. Extended side angle, breathe out. Full cycle of breath here, in and out. Crescent lunge, arms lift, back heel pivots. Twist to your left. Single leg mountain on the inhale. Here we go. Shiva squat, exhale. 2 more like that. From Shiva, airplane pose, breathe in. Drop the ball of the back foot, exhale, find crescent, come all the way up on the inhale, and then warrior 2 as you exhale. Straighten the front leg, reach forward. Triangle pose, left hand comes down. Take the left arm forward on the inhale. Plant the hands, keep the front knee bent. Here we go, or don't keep the front knee bent, rather, 3-point plank. You probably know where to go. Drop the knee, inhale. Side plank. Exhale, 3-point plank. 2 more side planks. Inhale, lift. Exhale, engage through the core. Last side plank here. Breathe in, maybe the right foot comes up. Exhale, 3-point plank. Bend the left knee, rotate it to your wild thing. Press the hips up on the inhale. And then flow through final vinyasa. Slow it down a little bit if you can. We will meet with the knees down, either in child's pose or a seated meditation, or somewhere else that's calling to you. So just feel the breath moving a little bit bigger, a little bit quicker perhaps, so the heart beating. Notice whatever sensations are present in your body. Just notice whatever wants to arise in this moment. So maybe it's sensation, maybe it's a thought, or many thoughts, but give yourself permission to just be with whatever is here. Back to that reflection. Again, I feel just a little bit more connected in this moment. Not already in a seat, go ahead and meet me there. Blink your eyes open, inhale the arms up overhead. Last little bit before we're on our back for Shavasana. Bend the elbows, hopefully it feels good. We're just trying to bring a little bit of mobility into the upper body. Lift the chin, extend the spine here. Interlace the hands at the lower back. tug the knuckles gently down toward your toes. And then release. Shift your weight to one side so that you can sit down and then lie down onto your back. Bring the knees into the chest once more. Rotate the knees a few times over the sacrum, so very similar to how we started. Switch the direction of those rotations, like a plane, kind of. We took off from the runway and now we're landing. Hook the back of the knees with your fingers. Kick one leg up, bring it down. Kick the other leg up, bring it down. Take a couple of these. Not necessarily going for a totally straight leg, but just kind of checking in with hamstrings. The next time you've got your right knee bent, let the left leg stretch out on the mat in front of you. Tee or cactus the right arm and then guide your right knee to the left for your spinal twist. Then the eyes can point straight up, or the nose rather. The eyes, I guess, as well, can go straight up, or if it feels good, nod your chin to your right shoulder. Hone in on your breath for a moment. Let the exhales a little bit more ease into the right shoulder and a little heaviness through the right knee. Left through the center. Knees come back into the chest. Give your low back a moment to recalibrate. And then keep the left knee, let the right leg extend. Left arm comes out, guide the knee to the right for your twist. When you're ready, come into Shavasana. Wherever you feel like you can let go of some of that lingering muscular tension. Take your time. It's absolutely worth it to take a moment to get yourself as comfortable as possible here. This particular style of yoga can be pretty activating for the nervous system. It's actually, we're giving our body like a little intentional dose of stress. And so this Shavasana moment is this opportunity to allow the body to come back to equilibrium, start to clear out some of the stress hormones that we used to move. Giving your body a chance to shift gears into that more reparative, restful, calm side of the nervous system. Listen for the sound of my voice in just a minute or so, close together. Awareness back to your sense of hearing and any sounds. To bring some gentle movement, maybe rotating ankles or wrists. It might feel good to bring the head gently into a little shake side to side. We slide the feet down underneath the knees and give your arms a big stretch back overhead with an in-breath. Let it go. And then work your way from your back to a seat. Take your time, be patient with your body. But meet me in a seat. So still consciously slowing yourself down if you're anything like me, right? The mind is already on to whatever's next. See if you can coach it just for an instant longer. To acknowledge yourself, to acknowledge your practice. To remember that we do this work on ourselves, not from like a self-centered or preoccupied place, but because we understand like this work as a connection to the collective, right? Bringing the hands to the heart center. Last deep, clear breath in through the nose. Thank you for joining me. I hope you take good care of yourself for the rest of the day and feel well.